Hey guys, some of you know me, some of you don't. I am Hilary. I was the intern for about 3 summers. I did 2 summers of youth and 1 in kids. And yeah, the whole time I was in Bible college. Before that, that's what I wanted to focus on. So I grew up in a Christian home and all that stuff, and I thought for sure I wanted to be a pastor. But I wasn't really good at school, like at all, which would surprise a lot of people who know me now, because I'm thinking about my master's. But back then, high school was not my jam. I was just not good at math. Even with English, I had a hard time in general with school. So when I felt this call and felt like I needed to go to school, I kind of just ran away a bit. I took a job at Costco, which to me was almost like this, this is so exciting. So I used to shop with my parents all the time, and we went to get samples and we did all these things. So I was super excited to work at Costco. But more and more I felt this call to go to school. I think it was in about 2010, I decided to go to school. It was about 4 years before I actually did. And yeah, I just kind of kept wrestling with this, but more and more I just felt like God wanted me to go to school. But I also really enjoyed making the money that I was making at Costco. So I came to this crossroads in my life where I felt like I could keep staying at Costco, but I would never leave. Or I could go to school. And so I came to God. I was just in my backyard and praying and spending some time in the Word. And I felt like God was leading me to Psalms 29:11. And at first I was like, okay, God, you mean Jeremiah 29:11, right? Definitely that's where you want me to go. That's the most, it's one of the most famous passages. That's definitely where you want me to go. No, he kept saying Psalms 29:11, and not in a verbal way, just kind of this feeling that I had. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it. This is not in general how I read the Bible, by the way. But I felt like I needed to read it. So I read all of the whole Psalm. And so I'm going to read it for you, and then I'm going to get to Psalm 11 because that's where I was at. So it's ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord in all the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf, sirloin like a young wild ox. I didn't understand any of this before I went to Bible college, by the way. The voice of the Lord strikes with the flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oaks and strips the forest bare. And in his temple all cry glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as king forever. This is the verse I came to. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. So I just kind of sat there for a bit, and in this time of uncertainty and not knowing which direction I needed to go and which direction I wanted to go. I did kind of know what direction I needed to go, but which direction I was going to decide to go. And I just felt this wave of peace come over me. And it helped me realize that I didn't know what was going to happen when I applied applied to Bible college. I didn't know if I was going to get in. I didn't know if I could even do it because I had such a hard time in high school. But through this passage and realizing, just getting this reminder of how amazing God is and how powerful He is, I did some more research on some of these passages that I didn't understand, and just understanding this magnitude of who God is. The cedars of Lebanon were just massive trees, and just breaking them apart is insane. This is power. And so I just realized at that moment that no matter what happened, if I took this path, no matter what happened, God would be there. He would give me peace and give me strength because I am one of His people. So, you guys could probably guess it. That's the path I took. I went to Bible college, and now I work at a Bible college. So, who knew? In the academics department, no less. So, I just think it's really cool how God directs us, whether you know what direction and path you need to go on, or whether you're standing at a crossroads wondering what direction you need to go. I just encourage you to go to God's Word and just listen to Him, listen to what He has to say, because He can help you to figure out what direction you need to go.